Today we're going to talk a little bit about our great year that we've had. The final numbers have come in. We ended up with $739 million in building permits, plus a little change on that. That is our fifth record in a row, and that is a 5.34% increase over last year, which is very nice. Single-family dwellings this year, we issued 750 permits. That's up 7.9% over last year. So that was a nice little increase. Townhouses, we ended up with 441 building permits issued for townhouses. That's a 24.2% increase over last year. I thought it would be interesting to see because that ended up with, between single-family dwellings and townhouses, where we were sitting for all time. Well, it ended up in third place. Back in 2003 and 2004, we actually had more, but this is the most we've had since then. That's really kind of neat to know that it is the third highest, but we've increased those townhouses so much in the last years. They seem to really be going. Multifamily housing. We slipped there just a little bit this year. We issued 1,215 dwelling units for multifamily housing. Last year we had a record year of 1,589. However, we did fall a little bit, but that was really kind of expected. But that's still number 2 all time. So that was really a good year too. And then on the commercial end, we ended up 11 building permits that were $10 million or more. 5 of them were over $20 million, with one of them, the top one, which is wind chill, was actually $32.9 million worth. So we ended up with a really good number of years and a lot of big permits this year. So with that, I am going to turn it over to Mike Cooper.
From one mic to another. Mike Cooper, Planning and Building Services. I just want to add a couple comments that perspective of 2017. It was the 5th year in a row, and actually it was the 6th year in a row as far as increase as we came out of that economic recession. So it just really reinforces, as I've said before, the strength of our local economy. And when you look at the top projects, the top 10 or 15 projects that will give you more detail on, I kind of put them in 3 buckets, or actually 4 buckets. The first M is manufacturing, the wind chill, and then a brand new Gage Brothers plant that's under construction at the northeast side of Sioux Falls. Those are 2 manufacturing permits that really, as I've said before, help in terms of our local economy, our labor force, and providing more employment opportunities. And it also reinforces the fact that Sioux Falls is going to continue to be a very strong warehousing and distribution center, and that's one that we expect will probably see even more construction going into 2018 as well. So manufacturing is the first M. The second M is medical. We have 2 of our top 15 projects, which include both Avera and Sanford. So again, the medical facilities continue to invest in our community and into our region. And then the third M is multifamily, as Butch said. Although our numbers are down a little bit from the previous year, that's really not unexpected because if you look at even a 10-year trend of multifamily, it does fluctuate up and down. But there's still a demand for multifamily because our jobs are going to continue to grow in 2018 and people will still need a place to live. Another observation on the residential side is that when you look at the numbers between the single family, the townhomes, and the multifamily, last year it was almost a 50-50 split between those. The 2 or 3 previous years, it's been a little higher on the multifamily end. So I think that shows you that the trend for 2018 with our housing market is that we think single family and townhomes are going to continue to be really strong. Interest rates are still very favorable. And even though there's been some changes at the federal level with the tax law, we think that people are still going to be interested in in looking at the single-family townhome option for the city of Sioux Falls. And also last year, we saw another year of investment in the senior housing, such as the Dow Rummels and that specialty type of assisted living, as the baby boomers are aging, and there's going to be more of a demand for that type of housing. So those are the 3 M's, and then I'll add a 4th M, which is municipal. With our new administration building, and we will have a ribbon cutting.
Yes, we will.
And I'll let you tell that. That was one of the major projects. Public Works had some additional investments last year as far as our total valuation. So all of those really reflect, again, the variety, the diversity of our local economy and the strength of our local economy compared to many other municipalities within our region. So having said that, one of the other statistics that's not up on the board that we don't get a lot of recognition for is with all these permits and projects, our building services team last year under Butch's leadership did over 56,000 inspections. And that's building inspections, plumbing, electrical, mechanical inspections. So as we look at all these mega $1 million projects and even some of the smaller ones, we're always out there ensuring that they're meeting code, that the life safety requirements are being complied with. And so I just want to give a shout out to our inspection team, our permit techs, our plan review folks, all the people with planning and zoning and building services that are involved in these big projects. And then just one last comment about going forward to 2018. As I've said, it's going to be another strong year. I will predict, because I don't predict things, but I will predict that even within downtown, it's going to be a record year for construction by far. And when you look around at the other corridors of the city, you're going to see some major announcements on the commercial side, retail commercial. I think you're going to see some more announcements with some of our manufacturing and industrial projects. And as I said, I think the residential overall is still going to be very strong in 2018. So this will be our mayor's last chance to comment on record years, but I do want to really give a thank and an introduction to Mayor Huther because he has been the guy that's always been making these predictions, and so far they've always come true, so congratulations.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you.
Go ahead. Yep.
Well, I do want to thank you for being here today, and yeah, it is probably my last chance to talk to you about this topic. Whether it be a family who is looking to purchase a home or maybe remodel a home, that church that's looking to establish that new structure, or maybe even adding on to their current structure, that small or large business that is looking to grow, expand, or maybe even add a second or third location. Yes, city government, whether it be a new events center, a new indoor pool, a city administration building, whatever it would be. I think that the key component to all of that is whether they feel confident or not that investment, that vision, that dream is going to be good. I will flat out tell you that at no point in Sioux Falls history has there ever been a time where this city is more confident. This confidence level that we have is just intense right now. And what that's done is it's created a momentum that has allowed us to sustain not only one record year, but 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now I will say publicly that in 2018, we will break the record for a 6th straight year. We will. Again, it will be the confidence. It will be the momentum. It will be these people that are visionary, that are willing to invest in the city of Sioux Falls, in these private investments, these public investments, and these public-private partnerships. I will predict that we will break it for a 6th straight year. And then finally, I just want to do, Mike stole my fire on something, and Mike, we should probably get together before we have these things. But I too, I just wanted to, there's a hidden story here that we just do not cover. And that is the work of the employees. Every attempt that we can find when something or somebody does something wrong in government, we will do everything that we can to make sure that we expose that. However, you've got almost 1,300 city employees that are working their tails off on behalf of all of you, trying to do it right, trying to stay objective every single day in order to keep this momentum, keeping this confidence, and keeping this wonderful city going. Michael, and you did mention the planning and zoning team, the building services team, and I'm thrilled by them. But also there's these other folks, whether they be in fire or public works, or yes, legal, and so many others. They are also working to ultimately make this happen. And for the most part, we receive very, very little negative commentary, even during 5 straight years of record-breaking construction. So again, I want to thank you for being here today. And again, congratulations, Butch. Congratulations, Mike. Congratulations, Sioux Falls. You did it again. And mark my words, you're going to do it again this year.